will have the opening possession of the game. And here comes the junior running back. And everything in this attack runs through him.
University that they don't think that they just put out running backs and find guys. They find Hall of Famers. Like that's what Texas does. They find guys that are, leading the NCAA in football when they lead. That's the kind of guys with Ricky Williams and Cedric Benson and the list, Priest Holmes, the list goes on and on, Palmer. They find elite athletic dudes that tote the mail and that make history.
They're just like man-child. Like they look different. They're just so big and physical. They look like they're NFL ready when they're freshmen in college, and then they just reload every single year. It's ridiculous. You think about guys like Bijan Robinson and what he's doing in the NFL now. You just don't see that this often from a program. Texas has always had the guy at running back.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. From the gun, the ground game. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nice move. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And oftentimes running backs love drawing those because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And these are points of emphasis for an offense. When you get the football and your defense has created you to put you in a great spot, set up with great field position after the fumble, now taking advantage, being aggressive, big third down coming up for this offense. You want to turn this into a touchdown. You don't want to settle for a field goal.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to set up the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Spears. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Minutemen offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. RPO complete to open the drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside, it's Edwards. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
touching the football.
Pulls it in. It's Winston. There he goes. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've got a first down here to open the period. The play action fake. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Extra point here will tie the game. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The keeper on the option. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Right back to the well. Could be an alley. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the air on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Firing to the right, complete. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Winston. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. UMass comes to the line facing second and short. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second. He tries to take the top off. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Minuteman head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella, and he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Snags it over the middle.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Fires quickly. Breaks free and he might be gone. They ripped off a big one and they get it down to the 27.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe some room here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. With the draw, it's Smith. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Winston. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Grab behind the line. It's Spears. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. They're setting up the screen. Maybe a crease. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Got it. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, UMass!
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Smith. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Lowers those pads. Runs through a man. He might have space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. UMass, after that last big completion, trying to build, and the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's taking the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the 1st. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession and putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got an alley. Finally run out of bounds, but he gets it all the way back to the 45-yard line and really sets up his offense. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were good.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Running inside, it's Edwards. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On the delay, it's Smith. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned